Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Tell me what happened.
Ma'am, last time we were on Act 3, no? The ring
Yes, miss.
exchange
Act
of
3, Scene 2.
Portia and
3
Bassanio.
scene 2.
Yes,
Yeah, Bassanio, when Bassanio is choosing the casket, right?
yes.
Okay. We'll just follow up from there. Okay, I think we had stopped where the song was given and I had asked you the meaning of the song. Right? Line 70. Check. We had stopped there. Yes, Renuka?
Yes, miss.
And even that part we had finished where he gives examples, no? That how the outward appearances are very, very hard food for Midas. Then Silver also, he says, I will not choose you. And then he says, the lead casket, he says, I'm more impressed by the lead casket because it threatens rather than promising anything. And then he says, okay, let me make my choice. Give me the keys to this casket. Okay. And then the moment he opens the casket, he finds her portrait in the casket. So he is overjoyed. And Portia, how all other passions flee to air. So immediately, because if you remember, both Portia as well as Bassanio, both were tensed. Okay, both were very, very stressed because, of course, you know that the moment he would choose the wrong casket, he would have to go leave Belmont has chosen the right casket, and he cannot believe that he has chosen the right casket. So Portia is also overjoyed, and she says how all the other passions flee to air as doubtful thoughts and rash embrace despair, and shuddering fear and green-eyed jealousy, oh love, be moderate, allay thy ecstasy. So she is so happy that she says that I cannot believe that he has chosen the right casket. I want this, excitement to be controlled. It even, this it should become moderate. In measure rain, thy joys can't this excess. I feel too much thy blessing. Why is she requesting for the excitement to be reduced? She says it's too much for me to handle. Unbelievable that he has chosen the right casket. Then Bassanio, he finds something there. Okay, when he opens the casket and he sees the portrait. So he starts praising the beauty of Portia. What does he say in praise of her? When he looks at the portrait, what does he say?
Miss, he says that it must be a demigod who has painted this portrait.
And there's a big long dialogue.
And ma'am, no one can move the eyes from this portrait.
No one can move the eyes from the portrait. No, that is not what he says. He says the eyes are so realistic. He says these eyes are moving, or is it my impression that the eyes are moving? So he's a bit confused. He says these eyes are so realistic. They appear to be moving. What else does he say? You have to give the detailed description. He praises her lips, her hair and all. So you need to know what he has compared her to. No one?
Miss, he compared her hair to a spider web.
To a spider web. What does he say? Her hair is like the spider's web, like the golden mesh, which is used to trap the hearts of men. Okay, what about the lips? The lips are parted. Yes, you wanted to say, Dhanashri?
No, miss, I was going to say that only,
So
that the lips were
say.
parted.
I want to hear from you all instead of me giving you the answer.
The lips were parted with a sugar breath.
Hmm. So sweet a bar should sunder such sweet friends. Okay. So her breath was as sweet as ever. And what else? Then he goes back to her eyes. What does he say about her eyes? Shantanu,
Yes, ma'am.
what does he say about her eyes?
Ma'am, they are like waterfall, I think so.
No, not like waterfall. Do you have the textbook open in front of you?
No,
Please
ma'am.
please keep the textbook open. This is a very important scene, and I want you to look into the book and give me the answers. Anyone?
Miss,
Yeah,
he
Renuka.
says that her eyes are so beautiful that the painter must have lost his eye senses by making one of them.
Hmm. He says, see, but her eyes, how could he see to do them? He says that when the painter had finished making one eye, he says he would have got blindfolded. He would have gone blind because it's not possible that he looks at her and he paints the other eye also. So according to him, it was impossible that the painter had made that painting. It was so beautiful. He is praising her beauty to such an extent. What else? He says, I think I should have the power to steal both his and leave itself unfurnished. He says her eyes are so attractive, they are so beautiful that when the painter had finished painting one eye, it would have stolen his power of painting so that he could not finish the painting. So according to him, no human being could have ever done that portrait. Okay, that's why he says some demigod, someone like a god has made this painting, because it is not possible for a human being to make her portrait. Is this part clear to everyone?
Yes, miss.
Okay. He finds a scroll in the casket. What is written on the scroll?
And that you have not chose by the outward appearance and chosen and who choose this is a fortunate one and it says that you may always choose like this right one. And since this fortune has come to you, be do not
Renuka?
yes,
Your voice is cracking, I said. Can you repeat that answer?
yes, the scroll says you are fortunate to choose this, and you may always choose the good choice. And as this fortune has come, you be content with it and
Claim the lady with a
never go.
kiss. That is the instruction, no? That now you can claim the lady with a kiss. Okay. Describe Bassanio's feelings when he had chosen the right casket. How did he feel? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So how did Bassanio feel when he chose the right casket? Go to Bassanio's dialogue and give me the
Happy.
answer. Yes, Aditya.
Means he was feeling happy.
Yeah, but you just can't say happy and wind off the answer. He was overwhelmed. He was overjoyed. And then he goes on to say something, no? He says, I'm in a state of confusion. You remember that part? Yes or no? Or not able to get that line? Anyone who's got that line?
Miss, is the dialogue down the scroll one?
Yeah, after the scroll one. He says, no, madam, you have bereft me of all words, because Portia tries to tell him that, see, I'm too, too common and you are much, much above my worth. In fact, she says, I need to treble my value, 10 times my value to be equal to you, Bassanio, to be worthy of you. After that, Bassanio says that you have bereft me. I don't have any words left to express my, gratitude. And I really can't believe that I have chosen the right casket. Then he says, I'm in a state of confusion. And he says, I'm like a prince. Remember that? After an oration, go to that part. When the prince has given a most eloquent speech and everybody applauds him, and the prince is very, very happy, you can say, but at the same time he doesn't know why they have clapped. So his condition is like that. Did you get that line?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Then Portia gives him a gift. What is that gift? And what is the
Ring.
promise that
Miss, the ring.
Bassanio makes at that point?
Miss, that
Bassanio
he will.
says that if the ring parts from his finger, then his life will also be gone, and he
No, Miss, he says that he will part the ring from his
Bassanio is
finger. Then his life is when he is dead.
gone. Yeah, when he's dead. Okay. And he also says this, that when you don't see the ring on my finger, that means my love for you is over. I don't love you anymore. That will happen only when I die. He tells her this also. I will not take out the ring from my finger. Who else confesses his love at this point?
will be
And
dead.
for whom?
It's great.
Gratiano
Gratiano for
for
Nerissa.
Nerissa. Okay. How was he able to, make sure that he had won over Nerissa also? What were the terms and conditions kept by Nerissa for him?
Miss Nerissa had told that if Bassanio chooses the right casket, and when he will marry Portia, then only Nerissa will say yes to Gratiano, and she will marry Gratiano.
Okay. So even though he had confessed his love to her several times, she did not accept it, but she had put a condition before him that only and only if Bassanio chose the right casket and he was able to win over Portia, she too would agree to get married to Gratiano. And now since he had chosen the right casket, so they confess their love also, and they make it open. At that point, Gratiano expresses his desire. What was that desire?
at the same time when Bassanio and Portia
get married. Okay, so he expresses his desire that he too would like to get married when at the same time when Portia and Bassanio are getting married. Okay, and he also makes a confession about his love, because Bassanio was not aware that he was in love with Nerissa. So what does he say about his love life? What does he say about his love life? It's all in sequence. You should get the answer. No? Nobody is getting that? Hello?
gets married.
No?
Miss
Aditya? Diya, Aditya, Parth, nobody has got this answer. He says that while you were eyeing the mistress, I was eyeing the maid. You were very much in love with Portia and I was eyeing the maid, the assistant. But he said, but she did not accept my love. She had put conditions that only if you chose the right casket, she would to agree to get married to me. Then who enters at that point?
Lorenzo, Jessica, and
Point now.
Celerio.
Salario or
Jessica,
Salarino?
Miss
Lorenzo,
Jessica,
Jessica,
Lorenzo,
and
and
Salario. Okay. What are they discussing?
When they enter, Bassanio tells Portia to welcome them, and then Lorenzo and Celerio gives the letter to Bassanio about the loss of
Okay.
that Antonio had.
Antonio had suffered. Okay, it was a letter in which Antonio has written a letter to Bassanio in which he says that he's not able to repay the money. So Shylock was adamant on taking the. What else was there in the letter? What are the instructions?
Written in the letter. Miss, he tells Bassanio about his losses, and then he says that before I die, if you can come to meet me, please. But if your wife does not allow you, then don't come.
Your voice is still cracking, Renuka. Is my voice also cracking? Tell me that.
Miss, her voice so your voice perfect. is lagging.
Hello, Parth.
Miss, your voice is cracking, not hers.
My voice is cracking. Wait, okay, just let me just check. It's connected. Is it still cracking?
No, ma'am, not now.
Is it still cracking?
No, ma'am.
No.
Better?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah. I have a bit of, I think, from my end today. Okay. I want the contents of the letter. What was the content?
Miss, in the letter, Antonio has told Bassanio that his ships are wrecked and his creditors are asking for the money, and the Shylock is also demanding for the bond. And then he tells that before I die, please come to meet me. And if your wife does not allow to come, don't.
Mhm. And he compares, the contents of the letter to something. Give me that comparison. He compares the letter to something. What is it?
Miss, who Antonio
Hello. Hello.
or Bassanio?
Hmm.
Excuse me, Miss, who compares Bassanio or
Bassanio compares, no? When he reads the letter, he makes a comparison. The letter is like what? And the words in it is like what?
The letter,
Antonio?
the words were like gaping wounds.
They were like gaping wounds. And what is the meaning of gaping wound? What is gaping wound?
Miss, losing blood.
Oozing blood. Okay. And the letter itself was to him. The letter is like the body of his friend, and every word that is written in the letter is like a wound. So it's like, stabbing somebody with every word that is written. Antonio's ships had been sailing.
Miss, your voice is lagging. Can you repeat?
I said, name the places where his ships were sailing.
Miss, from Tripolis, Mexico, England, Lisbon, Barbary, and India.
And India. Okay. Then what is Salario's opinion about Shylock? What is
Miss, he
Salario's
says
opinion about Shylock?
Miss, he says that even if Antonio gives money to the Shylock, he will not accept it, as he only wanted the uh, pound of flesh from Antonio.
And then?
And he's so greedy to destroy Antonio.
He is very keen and greedy on destroying Bassanio. That he will not accept money, even if money is offered to him twice or 3 times or even 10 times, because Bassanio was ready with that money, but he didn't want that money, So he says he's so greedy that he is more adamant on taking his life rather than, sparing him. And then he is also, going to the Duke every now and then, requesting him to show justice, to show some kind of mercy towards him and give him justice. Okay. Okay, what confession does Jessica make at this point about her father?
That she overheard that he overheard him speaking to Tubal and Chus about that he would rather take Antonio's flesh than the 20 times of the amount.
And she knew, she says that both he was talking to his friend Tubal and Chas, that he would rather take Antonio's flesh, but not accept even 20 times the value of the money. Then, how does Bassanio praise Antonio? What adjectives does he use? Now I want someone else to answer. Come on. What adjectives does he use? Does Bassanio use to praise Antonio?
Miss Mia,
Yes. Say.
Miss, he says that he is the very dearest friend to me and the kindest man I have seen, and he also compares him to the ancient Roman honor.
Yes. More than any person living in Italy. Okay, he was like truly a Roman person who showed honor. And then he also, before that, he says that he is very kind. He is, never tired of showing kindness towards people. Unintentioned man. He doesn't have any ill feelings towards anybody. Then, how much money did Antonio owe to Shylock, and how much does Portia offer?
Miss
Bassanio
Antonio owes 3,000 ducats.
3,000 ducats. And how much does she offer?
6,000 ducats, or double it or treble it if he wants.
Double and treble that amount. Before even he would lose a strand of his hair, she did not want that Antonio should be harmed in any way. Okay. Then yeah, I think that is the last part of it. Creditors and bond. Shall we do scene 3 also? Scene 3 and scene 4.
Yes, miss.
Okay. Where does this scene take place? Scene 3, Act 3, Scene 3. And who all are present at the scene?
In the street.
A street in Venice, and Shylock, Salanio, and Antonio are there.
And
Jailer.
and the jailer, yes, and the jailer. So what is the request that Shylock is making to the jailer?
Don't show mercy towards Antonio and keep an eye.
Keep an eye on Antonio. He says, watch out, look to him, be careful. He's trying to tell the jailer that, say, he is under your care. So you have to make sure that he is there with you and not get a chance to run away. What does Shylock say? What does he want?
To speak with Shylock. Antonio wants to speak with Shylock.
Antonio wants to speak to Shylock, but what is Shylock's opinion? Was he interested in talking to Antonio?
No, he wants his pound of flesh only.
He was not.
Yes, and what is his justification for not talking to Antonio?
That Antonio swore at him and called him a dog.
So he warns him and he says, see, since you have called me a dog, you better be aware of my fangs, be aware of my teeth, because if you have called me a dog, then I can bite you any moment. So don't expect me to show any kind of mercy. Then he gives more justification. What else does he say? What other justification does he say?
He says that he is not stupid and will not show Antonio any mercy.
He will
Sympathy.
not show any kind of mercy.
Or sympathy to Antonio.
Yeah. And he also says that I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool to shake hands with him or, to come to a compromise with him. Since he has been humiliating me for a very long time. Okay, so I'll have no speaking. He says, I just don't want to talk except the fact that I want my pound of flesh. I want justice. What does Antonio say to this then? How does Antonio react rather? All this while they've been all requesting him to show mercy and he's very adamant. He says, no, why should I show mercy? How does Antonio react now?
Miss Antonio says that let it be. He is a useless and there is no point in
There's no point in?
speaking with
He
him.
says it's useless to argue with him, and Shylock wants his life, and there is no.
Dhanashri, what did you say towards the end? Hello.
Miss Antonia says that he will not mourn to him or seek for his life anymore.
Okay. So Antonio says that leave him alone. He says, leave him alone and don't make any more requests to show any kind of mercy, because his intention is very, very clear that he is aiming, he seeks my life. He wants my life. He wants the pound of flesh. He says, I will deliver it to him. I'm ready to give that pound of flesh to him. Then Salarino says at that point, Salarino says that I'm very sure that even if the Duke agrees and tells him to take the pound of flesh, he will not go ahead with the taking of the pound of flesh, because how is it going to help him? He will not benefit by just taking the pound of flesh. What reply does Antonio give to him at that point?
Miss Antonio tells that the Duke cannot deny the law and the rights of the foreigners in the Venice cannot be refused, as if they refused it, it will be accusation to the Venice in means Venice way of justice.
Hmm.
And it will affect
The trade and profit of the city depends on the international trade.
Okay. So Antonio says that the Duke cannot deny justice. He has to give him that right to take the pound of flesh. Why? Because much of Venice depended on the trade, on the merchants, those who were having business deals with Venice. So he says that if he is given some kind of consideration, or if this justice has been denied to him, then it would break the trust and the faith of the other businessmen. It would become like an example that, see, if you could relax the law for Antonio's sake, then the Duke would have to continue with that process. People would lose faith in the judicial system of Venice. That is why he says that please don't make any request. I agree to give the pound of flesh. Okay. Then coming to scene 4. What request does Lorenzo make to Portia regarding Bassanio and Antonio? What request does Lorenzo make? This is scene 4 now. Huh? What request does Lorenzo make to Portia regarding Bassanio and Antonio?
Miss
Say again.
Lorenzo tells Portia that Bassanio and Antonio are very good friends and you are very noble for helping them.
And he says, if you know, he says that if you really understand the reason why and how your husband had come to Belmont, then you would be even more proud. Okay, you would actually know how much of sacrifice Antonio has made for your husband. What reply does Portia give in return?
She says that she did not regret for doing these things, and she also tells that together and Antonio must be like
Antonio must be like
Bassanio only, as the friends are almost alike in nature.
Okay. Anything else that you've left out over there?
And she also tells that as Antonio is like Bassanio only, so I did not mm, regret in spending my money
on him. Okay. And then towards the end, she also expresses, says something about her plan. So what is her plan?
She asked Lorenzo to manage her house while
She
she is
asked
going to
Lorenzo.
Venice to help
Yes.
Shylock, to help Antonio and Bassanio.
Okay. Then she, who's Balthazar and what request does she make to Balthazar?
on him. Miss Balthazar is a servant of Portia, and she tells Balthazar to go to Padua to her cousin Dr. Bellerio and take the garments and the letter and that from him and come fast.
Okay. So first
to
she
Venice.
gives a letter. First of all, she gives a letter. And some garments, and he will give you also this thing or some notes or documents which you need to bring it to me immediately. Then, and what instruction does she have for Nerissa at that point?
Then, Miss, can you repeat the question?
What instruction does she have for Nerissa?
Miss, she tells Nerissa
I said what
about
instruction? About?
Miss, she tells Nerissa about the plan of their going to Venice and
She also says that the husbands would not recognize them. She says they will be meeting their husbands, but the husbands will not be able to recognize. She plan to do that, where they would be right in front of the husbands, but the husbands would not recognize them. What all would she do to conceal her identity?
she would change her voice and also the change the way of walking. And she also has many all like this tricks.
Tricks like what? Tricks of who? Tricks of who? Like a youth, like a bragging youth who keeps boasting about himself. He makes up a lot of lies, cooks up stories and all. So she says, even I will cook up stories like that. Okay. And then she will tell a lot of lies, puny lies, and lot of other stories she will make up to make everyone believe that she is a man, not a lady. Then now we are going to see in 5. What is the sin according to Jessica? What is the sin according to Jessica? This is scene 5 now.
In her mind. Miss, that she is a daughter of a Jew.
Yes, Dhanashri, today I'm not giving you the Google form. It's just revision today. And next time I'll be giving you only Google forms. Okay, but I want you to be there for the entire revision. Okay, Dhanashri?
Yes, miss.
Yeah. So the sin, what is the sin? What is the sin according to Jessica?
Ma'am, a sin according to Jessica is that she was born to a Jew.
She was born to a Jew, yes.
And she is calling that a sin.
Yes, according to her, it is more sinful to be born to a Jew, especially like that of a father. Okay, then, and how would she be saved?
Ma'am, she would be saved by her Christian husband, that is Bassanio.
Bassanio.
No,
Bassanio?
I'm sorry, Christian
Shylock.
husband,
Lorenzo, yes. Okay. What is the complaint that Lancelot makes just now? When
complaints that Lancelot makes is that because of converting of Jews into Christian, the Pope prices raised up, and so Christians cannot also have a piece of pork.
Okay, now at this point, I also want you to remember this, that the numbers of Christian people was much more than the Jews. Okay, that is why, and there was a rivalry which was going on between the Jews and the Christians. Okay, so even though the Christians were, see how Antonio has behaved with Shylock. It is not justified, it is not right as a human being to call someone a dog, to spit on that person, to every now and then chase him away, make fun of his deals and all. So that is not human to behave in that manner, even if you happen to be a good person. And Shylock happens to be a Jew. But then the Jews had to tolerate all this injustice because they were a minority race at that point. Okay, keep that in mind. And Lancelot says that already we are so outnumbered. We are already huge in number. And by getting you into our community, means by Jessica converting to a Christian, the price of pork would rise. Okay. Then what instruction does Lorenzo give to Lancelot?
Miss Lorenzo tells Lancelot to prepare the lunch and keep ready at the table
Lunch or dinner?
for dinner.
Dinner.
Dinner. It's not lunch. It's not lunch. It's dinner. Okay. Cover the food, lay the table. Okay. Keep the table all ready because they are all very, very hungry. What reply does Lancelot give?
The other preparations are done.
The preparations were done, but then he has humor in that sentence, no? For the table, sir, it shall be served. How can he serve the table? Okay, according to him, the food will be served. And for the meat, sir, it shall be covered. So actually, covering over here has a pun. Okay, it has a double meaning. Covering over here would be out of respect, and covering would mean the food that is served has to be also covered. Okay, so he tries to create a little humor at this point. Then what does Lorenzo say in praise of Lancelot? What does Lorenzo say in praise of Lancelot?
Missy says that how the Lancelot has planted the words in his memories and a big army of the good words and the fools Lorenzo knows in that Lancelot is the better one.
Hmm. So first of all, he's of good words which he's using at this moment. Everybody was thinking that he's a fool, but he also has a good collection of words over here. And then many fools that stand in better place garnish like him for a tricksy word. So there are many men, ranking very high in life than this fool. Then how does Jessica praise Bassanio? What does she say in praise of Bassanio?
And Miss, she says that he's having a good life, honorable life, as he's having such a nice and beautiful lady, Portia. And he finds the joy of heaven here on earth as he's having Portia and
What else? You forget. You have come to the most important point. If two gods should play some heavenly match, what would happen in that case? According to him, Portia was very, very, Bassanio was very fortunate to have one Portia. Okay, he did not deserve her actually. But then she says that Bassanio is so lucky to have her. It's like having the joy of heaven on earth. And then she says, if two gods play some heavenly match, and on this wager lay two earthly women, and Portia won, there must be something else. She says that if there are two gods at war, and for winning, the person would get Portia, then there should be another woman who would be equal to Portia. According to her, there was no one who was equal to Portia. No one noble and virtuous as Portia.
Ma'am, you are muted.
Sorry. Did you get this part where Jessica is praising Bassanio? The last part of
Yes,
it?
miss.
Okay.
yes.
Then I think that's it. We'll stop here for today. So next time I'll be giving you Google form for scene 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay.